There is a phrase that has been echoing throughout the Chinese entertainment media lately. Zhao Lusi cannot live without Liu Yuning. The phrase sounds like something out of a romantic drama, but it actually comes from the real lives of two big stars who have quietly built a deeper connection than the public ever imagined. And when the media began to dig deeper, the truth that was revealed stunned all their fans. It all started with their time together on the set of the drama, The Legend of Anle. From the outside, everything seemed professional. Two talented actors playing characters with strong chemistry. But the cameras behind the scenes apparently captured something more than just acting. Soft gazes, smiles for no reason, and little habits that only appear when two people are truly comfortable with each other. Some production staff even whispered that Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning had become each other's shadows. During breaks in filming, they were often seen sitting together, laughing quietly or sharing food without awkwardness. No one dared to disturb them. The atmosphere was like a private bubble that belonged only to the two of them. And when the drama ended, many thought their relationship would end there too. But it was quite the opposite. The relationship seemed to grow stronger. In several interviews, Zhao Lusi subtly showed how Liu Yuning continued to be a part of her life, even though they were no longer working on the same project. "There are some people who make everything feel easier," she said in one interview with a faint smile. "Even on the hardest days, they are still there." The public immediately speculated. Who was that person? The answer came shortly after, when Liu Yuning appeared on his own live broadcast and accidentally mentioned Zhao Lusi's name in a tone that was too soft for just a coworker. "I just heard a song that reminded me of him," she said with a smile, then looked down, as if realizing she had said too much. And just like that, the internet exploded. The hashtag Liu Yuning Zhao Lusi immediately became trending on Weibo. Fans began digging up all their interactions, from behind-the-scenes laughter, affectionate nicknames heard faintly in short videos, to how Zhao Lusi seemed so happy every time she heard Liu Yuning's name mentioned. The entertainment media then began digging deeper. In an exclusive report circulated last week, a source from the production team said that Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning are still very close to this day. Not only do they exchange messages, but they also often meet secretly between their respective schedules. Lusi is a cheerful but sensitive type. Liu Yuning has a way of calming her down, making her laugh even when she's under a lot of stress, said the source. They complement each other in a way that is rarely found in this fast-paced and cold entertainment world. What made the public even more excited was when Zhao Lusi was seen wearing a bracelet identical to Liu Yuning's. The photos immediately went viral. Fans noticed that both bracelets had a distinctive design, a black string with a small crescent moon pendant. When asked about the bracelet in an interview, Zhao Lusi only smiled mysteriously. "It's a gift from someone important," she said softly. Someone important. That sentence was enough to shake the entertainment world. Even at an award show a few months ago, the camera captured a moment that almost made fans' hearts stop. Liu Yuning stood among the other actors, and when Zhao Lusi took the stage to accept her award, his gaze followed her every step. It was a soft, proud look, and one that seemed impossible to break away from. When Zhao Lusi bowed her head in gratitude, their eyes met for a split second. And that was enough to send the entire internet into a frenzy. Fans began to write, "That's not an actor's gaze. That's the gaze of someone who loves sincerely." He looked at her as if she was the only one in the room. Soon after, an exclusive report emerged from a prominent entertainment media outlet. Zhao Lusi often consults with Liu Yuning even for personal decisions. In a radio interview, Liu Yuning also once said, "There's someone who's always been my go-to person to talk to, even when the world feels chaotic." Those words felt too specific to be a coincidence. And now, the rumor seemed to have been confirmed by various small pieces of evidence that, when put together, formed one big truth. Zhao Lusi couldn't live without Liu Yuning. Not in a dramatic sense, but because Liu Yuning's presence seems to have become part of Lusi's daily life, a source of calm, inspiration, and strength. With every step she takes, there is the gentle shadow of this man who quietly supports her. One of Lucy's close friends even said, when she is tired, the first name she always mentions is Yuning. For some reason, she feels calmer just hearing his voice. And for those who have followed the career journeys of these two stars, this is no longer surprising. Lucy is known as an actress with deep emotions, who is completely invested in every relationship that shapes her world. Meanwhile, behind his cool musician image, Liu Yuning is known to be very protective of his loved ones. They are like two different poles, yet they attract each other. Lucy with her spontaneous cheerfulness and joyful laughter, and Yuning with a mature calmness that makes everyone around her feel safe. When the two are in the same room, the atmosphere changes. The air becomes warm, and every interaction feels natural, like two souls who have known each other for a long time. There is one video that is now considered the softest proof. During a promotional session for The Legend of Anle, when Lucy lost her words due to nervousness, Liu Yuning gently patted her shoulder and whispered, "You can do it, I'm here." Lucy's gaze at that moment cannot be described in words. It was as if, in that one sentence, all the tension disappeared. And now, as time goes by, the public is beginning to realize something. Behind the professional smiles and light laughter, there is a deep emotional connection, something that can no longer be hidden. Even after they rarely appear together in public, the energy between the two is still palpable. Every time Liu Yuning released a new song with lyrics full of longing, fans immediately associated it with Lucy. Every time Zhao Lusi appeared on a show and mentioned someone who made her feel brave again, the public knew who she was referring to. They may not announce anything publicly, but the small gestures and subtle attentions between them speak louder than any statement. In an entertainment world often filled with fake images, a relationship like this feels real. Two people who found each other amid busyness and the spotlight, and most importantly, didn't try to use each other for publicity. They maintained something genuine, simple, yet strong. For many fans, the relationship between Zhao Lusi and Liu Yuning is a real-life story of how love can grow from trust and comfort. It's not just a celebrity-style whirlwind romance, but something that grows slowly, with patience, understanding, and mutual respect. Now, every time they are mentioned together, the internet buzzes again. But behind all the commotion, perhaps they just smile. Because they know the world may be noisy, but their relationship only needs to be understood by two hearts that know each other in silence. And if what the media source said is true, that Zhao Lusi cannot live without Liu Yuning, then perhaps it is not because of dependence, but because she has found someone who makes her life feel more meaningful. Someone who, even in silence, becomes the foundation for her steps. Someone who doesn't need many words to say, "I'm here for you." And in a world that changes as quickly as the blink of a camera, perhaps that is the rarest form of love. Love that doesn't shout, but is still heard clearly between two hearts.